Good morning, students. Very good morning. Last class we discussed the 2019 and 20 model paper questions from grade 12 paper. So in grade 12, some of the grade 11 question topics that are related to Python, they asked mainly related to Python. That's why last class we discussed those questions that are asked grade 11 in grade 12 model paper. So today we discuss the concepts of grade 11 questions that are asked in grade 12. Okay, these questions asked in last year, this year 2020-21 academic year model paper. So that's why we concentrate on this type of questions. First, see, coming to first question here is find the invalid identifier. Find the invalid identifier from the following. They asked, okay, they provide here 4 options. All these are 1 mark questions. Okay, see, first one is my name. Here M is capital letter. Second one is true. And third option is here second name. And the fourth option is my underscore name. Here they asked invalid identifier. What is meant by identifier? First we discuss that concept. So identifier is a token. A token is a smallest individual separable part of a program. You know very well. Okay, identifiers, operators, data types, all these are belongs to tokens. So here identifier is also a token, but we declare identifier. Identifier follows some rules and regulations. It follows some characteristics. It has some characteristics. So in that, one of the characteristic is so identifiers doesn't consist of any reserved words. So reserved words are not declared as an identifier. So when we observe here all these options, this one starts with my name starts with character. My name, my underscore is also valid. Digits are also valid for declaring identifier. So identifiers can be declared by using small letters and capital letters. Underscore is also valid, and digits 0 to 9 also valid. Okay, but reserved words are not valid to declare the identifier. Here this one is reserved word. True is a true, false. These are reserved words or keywords that are used in Python. That's why this cannot be considered as a identifier. That's why it is an invalid identifier. They asked invalid identifier. So these 3 are valid identifiers. That's why this one is invalid identifier. So this one is right answer among all these 4 options. So coming to second question related to L. L means here list. Okay. So our grade level list concepts. So here they provide some list L. Okay. L is equal to 1, 3, 6, 82, 5, 7, 11, 92. So these are all 3 plus 2, 5, 7 and 8. 8 different numbers they are provided in a list. Okay. Then write the output of that. The statement print. This one is Python print statement. Print L of the list of, here L is name of the list. L of 2 to 5. 2 to 5. So this one is 0th element. Every list starts with 0th element. Index. Here index is 0. Index 1. Index 2. Index 3. Index 4. 5. 6. 7. Like that we provide. Okay. Here they ask the L of 2 comma 5. This one is lower bound. This one is upper bound. When we observe, any Python statements, boundaries. Lower bound always we included, but upper bound. Here upper bound is 5. But in our Python print statement, okay, we consider upper bound minus 1. Upper bound minus 1. That's why, see, upper bound is not included in when you are declaring anything in our Python. That's why we consider only here indexes. So these are all indexes. Index 2 to 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1. Index 2 to 5 minus 1 means index 2 to 4. So index 2, index 3, index 4 remains displayed. Print index 2, index 3, index 4 elements. So that's why here we display the output index 2. This one in index 0, 1, 2. So 6, 82 and 5. These three are outputs that are displayed in our output screen. When you are printing, print L of 2 to 5. Okay, so that's why the output here is, output is equal to, it is displayed 6, 82, comma 5. 6, 82, comma 5. This one is, it displayed print L of 2, comma 5. So this one is a list, sublist. It is displayed as a sublist. The output is also displayed as a sublist. So this can be placed in this list brackets. Okay. So this is the output. When we consider third question, so identify the valid arithmetic operator. Identify the valid arithmetic operator in Python from the following. Here they provide 4 operators. One is question mark, one is greater than, one is less than symbol, next one is double star operation. Double star operation means power function, exponentiation, like that. Okay, see here, this one is AND operation. So all these are operators that are used in our Python. Not only in our Python, in every programming language consists of operators. So these operators are used in other programming languages also. So when we observe here, they are asked to identify the valid arithmetic operator. Valid they ask, not invalid. So that's why we choose valid arithmetic operator. They ask arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators means plus, minus, into means star, division, ordinary division, or single slash. Ordinary division means single slash. Percentage symbol. Percentage symbol means percentage symbol. Modulo division operator. Percentage symbol is calling it as modulo division operator. Ordinary division returns slash, returns quotients. When you are dividing one number with another number, it returns, ordinary division returns quotient. But percentage symbol returns, okay, it returns modulo division operator and it returns remainder. Okay, next one more division is, that is also arithmetic operator, floor division. So floor division, double slash symbol, double slash. So single slash for ordinary division, double slash means floor division. It returns quotient, okay, truncated with rounding with nearest floor, smallest integer. Nearest, smallest, suppose our output quotient is 2.3, then it can be rounded to 2, floor, integer, nearest integer. That's why here output is 2. Okay, so these are all arithmetic operations. One more arithmetic operation here is, okay, double star. This one is power, okay, or exponentiation operator. See, this 2 double star 3 means 2 double star 3 means 2 double star 3 means 2 power 3. 2 power 3, how much? 2 power 3 is equal to 8. This one is arithmetic operation. That's why this one is the right answer. Double star is right answer from all the valid arithmetic operator. This one is ternary operator, question mark. Ternary operator. Okay, question mark and colon are called as ternary operators. Like that, less than, relational operator. Okay, comparison operator. When you construct any condition, we use less than, greater than, equal to, not equal to, all these symbols. So next, coming to and, logical operation. A compound, when you are combining any two or more statements, and or not, these are all logical operations. We use these operations in our, when you are writing Python programs. But this one is valid arithmetic operation. So remaining arithmetic operations are plus, minus, star, slash, double slash, percentage and double star. Okay, next coming to fourth one. Here they asked, write a statement in Python. So we write here, we construct a Python statement to declare a dictionary. To declare a dictionary whose keys are 1, 2, 3 and values are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday respectively. See, they asked, they provide here keys and these are all keys and the corresponding values they are provided here. So we write here, we construct a Python statement by using these keys and corresponding values. We construct a dictionary. How to construct a dictionary? By using keys and values. So in Python, the dictionary is constructed by using keys and corresponding values. In between, we separate with colon. Okay, so I construct here one dictionary. Okay, with the name day. See, I write here day is equal to day is equal to, see here, I write here dictionary. This one is dictionary symbol. This one is dictionary symbol. So write here keys are 1, 2, 3 and values are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday respectively. So 1 key colon Monday. Key colon Monday. Here we place Monday in single quotes. Next, comma. Second one, 2 colon Tuesday. 2 colon Tuesday. Next, third one, 3 colon Wednesday. So this is the dictionary we construct by using these keys and value pairs. So a dictionary is a key value pair. They can be separated with colon. Here keys are separated with, keys and values are separated with colon. So that's why I write here 1, 2, 3 as keys and corresponding values Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This one is key symbol. So this is the output right in Python statement. Next, coming to fifth one, a tuple is declared as. A tuple is declared as, here T is a tuple. This one is symbol for tuple. This one is symbol for list. This one is symbol for tuple. This one symbol for dictionary. So when a tuple is declared as T is equal to 2, 5, 6, 9, 8. Next, we find out what will be the value of sum of T. Sum of means sum of. They asked here sum of. So sum of all the tuple values, then we print that value. Sum of T. So sum of T means T means tuple. We calculate summation of all these values. So 5 plus 6, 11 plus 9, 20 plus 8 plus 2, 10. Total 20 plus 10, 30. Here the output is, right here output is equal to, when we consider sum of T. So here sum of T is equal to 30 is the right answer. We add all these tuple elements. Then we get the sum of T is equal to 30. Next, coming to sixth one. See here, name the built-in mathematical function to find absolute value of a number. See here, absolute value of a number. Okay. See, built-in, they asked built-in mathematical function when we calculate. Okay, absolute value of a, you know very well what is meant by absolute value of a given number. So absolute value of x is equal to, absolute value of x is equal to, in mathematics frequently we use absolute value of x is equal to. Okay, see, absolute value of x is equal to x. Absolute value of x is equal to x. If x is positive. Okay. So absolute of x is equal to minus x if x is negative. Okay. Next, absolute of x is equal to 0 if x is 0. Next value is 0. So this one is absolute value of, always it returns positive value. Negative values can be converted into positive values. Why? Because minus of minus x. Here already minus value. That's why minus of minus x, that can be written as a positive value. If already x is 0, then automatically it returns 0. So this is the absolute value of a given number. Suppose absolute value of 4. Absolute value of 4 is 4. Here 4 is positive value. That's why it returns positive value. If x is positive, it returns x. Here x I am taking it as positive 4. That's why answer is plus 4. So when I am taking minus 4, so it returns minus of minus 4. Minus of minus 4. Why? Because here I am taking x is negative. Okay, negative of negative, that is positive. That's why it returns minus of minus 4, that is the value 4. Suppose I am taking it as 0, x is 0, then automatically it returns 0. So this mathematical function used by using a built-in function as a built-in function in programming languages like C, C++, Java, like that in our Python program also we use this function. So the function name here is ABS. ABS stands for absolute. It returns absolute value of a given number. Suppose I am giving here absolute value of 4 is equal to 4. Absolute value of 4 is equal to 4. Suppose I am giving here absolute value of minus 4 is equal to minus of minus 4. That is equal to 4. Suppose I am giving here absolute value of 0. It returns 0. So in this way, all these questions, we calculate absolute value of the given number.